We often have a choice to make when we reflect upon what gifts and abilities we have and we compare ourselves to other people. And we do this. I think all of us note this. I do this too. I wonder, am I as good a preacher as somebody else? And I have to catch myself and go, that's not the point of this. It's not a competition. But I think we all have that kind of thought process sometimes where we go, am I as good as that person, or am I good enough, or am I better than that? And we can get caught comparing ourselves. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus tells this really cool parable. And there's kind of a hidden hero in this parable that I like to reflect on. So in this parable, okay, this guy who runs his own company, his own business, gives 5 bags of gold to one guy, 2 bags of gold to another guy, and 1 bag of gold to a third person. Now, it's a parable. It's just a story meant to give you an illustration of how we can live life, right? He leaves for a long time. The guy with 5 bags of gold puts them to work, and he earns 5 bags more. The guy with 2 bags of gold earns 2 back, and the guy with 1 goes and buries his bag of gold in the ground. He doesn't even bring it to the bank to earn interest. And so when this company owner returns and asks, hey, what did you do? He's really excited, and so is the servant who made 5 with 5. So is the guy who made 2 with 2. But the guy with 1, he's really upset at. And it's this sense of he didn't even try, right? We know this phrase, this use it or lose it, right? And we're going to talk about in a second video here that servant who had the 1 bag of gold and only buried it. But for just a moment instead, I want to talk about the guy who had 2 and earned only 2 back. Because I find myself, and I'll bet if you reflect on this for a moment, that you're that way too. If you think for a while, you can compare yourself to someone who has 5 bags of gold. Maybe school is really easy for them. Academically, they're really smart. Maybe you work in a company where somebody's in sales or in marketing, and it just comes so naturally to them, where they can do in a couple of weeks what it takes you a month or more to do, right? I mean, some of us, we can compare ourselves to people that have 5 bags of gold, and we can feel sorry for ourselves and not get the work done. Or we can be like that one person then who has 1 bag of gold. We can go, well, I don't have any. Who cares? I'm not going to put this to work. Or we can be like the person who has 2. We can go, yeah, it's not equal. It's not all fair, but I'm going to use what I do have to the best of my ability. And if that means that I'm only going to be a B+ student, I'm going to be the best B+ student I can be. That means I'm only ever going to be second or third in sales. I'm going to be second or third in sales because I'm going to do the best that I can. And I'm going to push the guy who's got 5 to keep working hard, to push the guy that has more skills and abilities. And that's what I think we're all called to do. This reflection that not all of us have equal talents and abilities in a lot of ways, but what do you do with what you have? And it's an important thing to reflect upon during the season of Thanksgiving, because one of the ways that we bless other people and we give thanks to God is by using our abilities to the best of our abilities. So I hope that if you can resonate with this as someone who has 2 bags of gold in something, that you're putting them to good use. This video is encouraging to you. Thanks for checking us out. And until we see each other again, God's peace to you.